viewers, it's your boy Kofi Baisie Jnr. and I'm here again on Kboxtv Live with my crew and my favorite people, Daniel Sowah and Cudjoe Amedoda. We're here to discuss what's happening in the world of boxing. If it is the first time that you're watching us, we want to say a very big thank you for always for watching us. And if you've seen us many times, we say thank you for always tuning in to watch us. And please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. The description is in the description below. The link to subscribe to our channel is in there. Make sure that you click in and you subscribe as soon as possible. There are a lot of things happening in the world of boxing, especially in Ghana, and I'm super excited for us to talk about it. We have Richie Commey in the news. We also have Amedoda in the news, and I mean, there's a few things that have been said back and forth with Emmanuel Gameboy Tego also in the news. And yes, we're still rooting and waiting for the big fight which is going to happen. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the One Bullet Ansah and then Sheriff Quay fight, which is going to happen in Ghana on 6th of March. And guys, I'm super hyped to talk about it. I just got off the phone with the Ghana boxing secretary, and then he said that this fight is going to happen, and he himself is also super excited about it. Guys, please, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, like I said, the link to subscribe is in the description below. So make sure that you check the description, and then you click the link in the description and subscribe. This is the place where we talk nothing but boxing, and usually we talk African boxing, Ghana boxing, and world boxing. I'm super excited to bring my guys on, and let me first bring on Daniel Sowah, who was with me, who have been with me earlier, and Amedoda also just joined us. Hey guys, man, Charlie, how you guys doing?
Everything cool.
We thank God. I know you guys are super charged to talk about what is happening in Ghana. I mean, because there's been a lot happening like this week. We have Richie Commey in the news. We have Senna Beko in the news. We have Amedoda also in the news. And who else? I mean, I think, yeah, these are the guys in the news, and they are top guys. Emmanuel Gameboy Tego is also in the news with Sowah Jan. Yes. So today looks like we might do all Ghana. You know, looks like we might do all Ghana. Because I know how emotional you guys get when we are talking Ghana. So yeah, we might talk all Ghana today. Guys, welcome again. How was your weekend, Daniel?
Oh, it wasn't bad. It was fun, especially with the boxing aspect of my life. I really enjoyed my weekend.
I'm sure Richie Commey made you laugh.
Exactly.
Right. Amedoda, how was your weekend? How was the feeling like when Richie Commey, took care of Mariners?
Oh, it was a fine weekend, and then so exciting anyway. With some minor negatives and things like that.
Interesting. The minor negatives are what everybody but we'll get into it. All right, guys. First, want to say a very big congratulations to Richie Commey on securing that big victory against Jackson Mariners. It was a very good win. I mean, we were all talking that we wanted him to stop the guy, and that is exactly what he did. He stopped him in a very, devastating manner. And going into the fight, we saw the support that Richie Commey got from Teofimo Lopez and his dad. Come on, it was all love. And I've also seen Richie Commey also in an interview with Daniel Corte, a very good interview. He said a lot of things. You could see that he was really speaking from the heart, and that's what I really liked about the interview. I've also seen I saw Amedoda also on there, also said some few things like with the relationship between him and his dad, and and all this, and what fans are to expect in 2021 for him. And so yeah, I'm super charged and super excited for us to talk about it. So I'll first want to get your reactions after the fight, or on the fight, or on the performance of Richie Commey on the fight, Daniel.
It was a very interesting fight, and it came with a lot of expectation from both fighters. And we in Ghana were hoping and we're praying that Richie Commey will put up a performance that will land him in one shot. We waited and we watched the fight. Even before the fight, you could see that it wasn't just our reaction, or it wasn't just what we were expecting. It was like around all the world and all the boxing, even boxers in other divisions were even watching what Richie Commey was going to do, because they had the support for him. They showed him massive love. You know, usually when this kind of love, you're getting this kind of love abroad, you get this kind of love down here in Ghana, it gives you extra strength to go and do wonders. Because we could see the GBA secretary, some boxers, Wasiru, Mayo Planch, old champs, they were all wishing him well, that he should go and win the fight in the most fashionable way. I believe that's also some kind of energy for Richard Commey. Before the fight, even before he got to the ring, when I saw the pictures with him and Teofimo Lopez and Kofi, I was so excited, and it shows some kind of respect. It shows the kind of fighter Richard Commey is. And Kofi, if I'm a fighter and I lose in a bad way to another boxer, and it comes to come and give me that morale that he believes I'm a good boxer, Kofi, I think that is just, even if I don't train, that is just some kind of boost for me to go and do wonders, because it's big respect. You don't get people to come and do this for you, you going to your fight. Richard Commey went there, he did amazing, and I think we should also applaud his coaches, because they did a good work on him. And Richard Commey's performance and the way he even finished the fight with the last knockout, is perfect. It's perfect. And Kofi, I'm telling you this again, that the way Richard Commey's fight and the kind of punches he throws, if you should put him and the VNA in a fight, Kofi is going to destroy him, because that is exactly what he did to Marinez. Jackson was taking the fight. He was using more of the street side of boxing. He didn't have power. And you see, if you don't have power, you have to someone like Richard Commey, you can't win the fight, because these are people that they have strength, like they are all grounded. You will take them, but you also throw big punches, and that's what happened. Most of Jackson's punches, Richard Commey took it, and it was fine. But what happened when Richard Commey was throwing these punches? And one amazing thing is that I didn't even realize that Jackson was hurt. I thought he could continue the fight. So the way he went down the first time, I was like, really? Then Richard Commey has laid down well, like he has two good punches. And he won the fight. He won the fight so well. The commentators, everybody was excited. Top rank after promotion was even proud to put a lot of videos and pictures after the fight. They still they believe in the fighter. They know he's a good fighter, and they know what he can do. So it was an exciting weekend for me.
Interesting. I can feel it from the way you are talking, that you were really happy about the performance that Richard Commey gave. Now let me come to Amedoda. After all the talk and you saying that for you, Richard Commey should go there and bring a knockout, and he came out with a knockout, I'm sure the feeling will be very, like, even double for you.
Richard Commey did what the style that I am expecting him to go in the fight with is exactly what he did. I was saying that Richard Commey should go into the fight with so much pressure. He shouldn't stand, because this guy, Marinez, moves a lot. He's very slick. He moves a lot. But one disadvantage for him is he don't have that power to slow Richard Commey. Okay, so this is what I was expecting him to do. But if he don't go with that force, he might end up the fight in round 12 and might lose on point. So Richard Commey entered the ring with that pressure, and then he got a very, very sweet win for himself, Ghana, and the whole Africa. So it's a good win for him. But this performance is one of his poorer performance of late, because his connection is very poor. He missed a lot of punches, and then he was in some kind. He didn't have that ring generalship in this fight. He was in a rush, and then too much rush to the extent that there are some punches that he shouldn't miss. He'll be missing them. That is one thing I saw. So it's like he himself tried to talk about it in a way that is something like ring rusty, because he fought over a year now. So he tried saying something like that. So he himself knows what happened. And I am happy that Teofimo came there with the daddy, gave him moral support and things like that. But Kofi, let we Ghanaians don't deceive ourselves, including Richard Kome himself. That guy is having your title. He's your opponent. Even now, he's your opponent. What kind of love is that Teofimo is sending to Richard Kome? For what? For him not to trace his title back or what? These people, they have trick in anything that they do. So that love, me, I'm seeing it to be too much. Richard Kome should start sending warning to him that, hey, that's my title, I'm coming back for it. But if he's doing that, for Richard Kome to also forget about the title, then I don't know. I don't know how we'll be receiving that love from him. Me, I'm not happy with the love. I'm happy with the support, but that too much love, I am not happy with it. He's doing it for a reason.
See, this is boxing where, people just, in recent times, a lot of people have gone in sad manners and all that. Don't you think, like, this is what we need, like the love, especially too in this time of COVID-19, where a lot of people have been left, like, it's a hard time. And trust me, like the love that he showed to him, if you go online on Twitter, especially Twitter the day that it was good, you could see people connect with it as, yeah, this is what we want. Like, we want love. We want people. I agree that the guy has his title and everything. But if you saw if you look at what happened on the day, I think it was just love. Like somebody pointing his heart out to it's his opponent, but it's somebody pointing his heart out like to say, you know what, I love you. Because see, I think
with Teofimo Lopez, this is not the first time. Even before he won the title, with no respect to Richard Kome, like way back.
Right.
Respect
Right. So Amedoda, where you are coming at, I understand. But I watched an interview of him and Daniel Corte after the fight, and he said he wants his fight. He wants that title too. He said it on that show.
Okay.
He said that he wants that title. Right now, at the moment, the only thing that he wants now is a world title, and he has targeted 3 people: Teofimo Lopez, David Henny, and then Gervonta Davis. These are the targets. These are the guys that have the title in the division, and he has his eyes on them. At the moment, he's just waiting for an opening. When he opens, he's going to go in for it. So yes, as much as like we saw what we saw, this is how I see it. In fact, I see it as Ghanaians even winning. Like Richard Kome even winning more United States fans, and Teofimo Lopez also winning some Ghanaian fans, because what happened is it's like a connection.
Exactly. For that one, I don't take anything away from that. Exactly, that is what happened. Exactly, that is it. Richard Kome win more fans due to that love that they show to each other.
Right.
But to me, these people, they are very trickish, and then they do most of their things. They do it for a reason that is a reason to themselves to gain from it. Okay. You understand? So that is the corner that I am also seeing it from, in the other angle.
I get you. I mean, hey, we are entitled to our opinions, and I think you are seeing beyond what we are seeing. And so right. Now, Sowah, the love, because I wanted to come there, and Amedoda have already started it. So let me come to you. The love Teofimo's father showed to Richard Kome before the fight, during the fight, and after the fight. I mean, what do you make of it?
Richard Kome's story is known as like it goes with him as a boxer abroad. So most people in the US know his story, where he came from, getting that had nothing and all that. And before he fought Lopez, there was this video that he was even talking. He got all emotional and was crying. Even when I posted it on my status, people that didn't really like boxing, they saw it and they could connect to it. So that connection is something that it has traveled abroad. So people actually see him in that direction. That humble guy that had nothing in. Right now, boxing has changed his life. That boy from Accra. That is what the story is. So from that itself, Sowah has respect for him. And when you see the way which comedy does his things abroad, you will see it's someone that it fights his passion. He enjoys what he do. So all the things that is happening with him around him right now, a lot of people are is because of his lifestyle, how he's selling himself. That's the reason why he's getting all this slap. And for Teofimo Lopez as well. And similarly, Teofimo, he gave Teofimo the fight. Teofimo, he fought Teofimo and Teofimo won the fight. Even before Teofimo came into the fight, he knew Richie Comey is a great guy, is a good boxer. So he won. That is his first title, like his first world title. So if you win your first world title from someone who has a story as a humble man and all that, you should feel proud because you should feel proud how you got a title from this particular person.
True.
And you know, Teofimo is someone who doesn't respect people, like he talks anyhow sometimes. But if you have respect for your community, you see that the feeling is deep. Like there's something particular that is making him show him that kind of respect. And I feel his story, the way movie Yakon has also promoted in the US. So it's like it's inspiring as well that even wherever you are, you can make it. And that's an American dream. So if they are all chasing the American dream and they can see a story like that connects American dream, you actually get a lot of people loving you.
I get where you're also coming from, and it's good for our boy. I mean, all in all, I take the positives in it. Like it is good for our boy, and you know, because see, the fight peaked at 673,000 views, which is almost like a pay-per-view. You understand? So
Yeah.
it looks like our boy is really getting, you know, to the top. And when I read the article, I was like, yeah, you know, I think Richie gradually is becoming. If they give him another opponent and it kills him again in like round 6, I think people will pay a lot of money to go and watch him. You feel me? And so let me come to you, Amedoda. The people that watch the fight, the numbers that we are seeing, Richie gradually becoming a pay-per-view star, a Ghanaian fighter. How do you feel about it?
In fact, I am surprised about the number anyway, because the bill, Richard Comey's fight is not this thing. It's not the main
event.
The main, but the main bout is being cancelled because of somebody got COVID-19 and things like that. Before, even some few days to the fight, and then they made Richard Comey the main bout. So that might reduce the patronage automatically. And then the other hand, Richard Comey's name is not, even though he was a former title holder, he don't have that kind of high grade name at the division there. So that is also, and then Marinez too is also unknown. Okay, Marinez never fight world title before, so nobody know him. Okay, and then if all these minor this thing added, but still they are able to make this kind of sales, then in fact something different is happening. So it's a plus. It's a plus for Richard Comey, and then this fight, I believe this fight exposed him to the boxing crowd more than even the first title fight that he fought against. What's the name?
Robertista.
The first fight that he fought, the title fight. Because even look at how we struggled before we get that fight to watch in Ghana here. Nobody knows about it. But now, now that this particular fight sells Richard Comey's name very, very high, and then his performance in the fight too also give him some kind of recognition. So I believe he will do well with the numbers.
Interesting. I mean, I was very, very, impressed about his performance and the fact that he stepped in to become the main event after the Vlasov fight, I mean, his opponent got the COVID-19, so but still, like you said, the numbers were pretty high, over 600, almost 700,000 views. It's big. It's big for our fighter, and I'm very proud as a Ghanaian to see a Ghanaian fighter headline a main event at Las Vegas. I mean, see, it's big. You know, it's very big, and so that makes me proud. And what even made me more proud is the performance he put out on the night after knocking the guy out. You know, in a fashion that, you know, was making the world talk about it. Now he's won this fight. And the interview that I watched of him, he said that the only thing that he wants now is a title. Richie Comey says he wants a title. Whose title should he go for? Amedoda.
For me, if Richard Comey should go for title, it will be very difficult for now. All the guys that are having the title, they are all competitive. But I would like him to go for Davis.
Davis. Gervonta Davis.
Gervonta Davis. Or, in fact, all those guys over there, Richard have all the guys over there, Teofimo, Devin Haney, and Tank Davis. Richard have what it takes to beat them. He can beat them, but he needs some more things to do before he get to any of them. He needs some more.
If you say he needs some more things to do, what do you mean by he needs some more things to do?
Yeah, he need to get like at least 2 fights or 1 or 2 fights before he get to any of these guys.
Now let's look at the boys. Ryan Garcia, sorry, Gervonta Davis. He's with Floyd Mayweather, so TMT. So that means the fight is going to be on Showtime, or let's say PBC, on the PBC side. And we are talking about David Haney, who's also with Matchroom Boxing, so it's going to be like on the zone. And if it so happens that Top Rank promotes the fight, then it means he's going to fight against Teofimo Lopez on ESPN. These 3 platforms, which of them would you want to see him fight on? Is he on the zone? Is he on Matchroom? Yeah, sorry. Would you want to see him on PBC, on a PBC show? Would you want to see him on a Top Rank show, or you'd like to see him on a Matchroom event?
I would be happy to see him in any of the platforms. I'll be happy to see him in any of the platforms, but I'm so much concerned about the particular boxer that is going to fight, so that we talk about the style and things like that. But he have what it takes to beat any of these guys.
Now the style. Gervonta Davis is a knockout artist. Like we saw what he did with Leo Santa Cruz. Now we talk about David Haney, who is the, you know, sort of the Mayweather type of fighter who, you know, uses the reach and likes to box you around. And we're also talking about Teofimo Lopez, who has a very sharp hook, left hook, that everybody is talking about. In fact, Richard Comey himself has tasted the punches of Teofimo Lopez. These styles or unique styles that these guys have, pairing them against the style of Richard Comey, which is like a devastating right hand, because that's what many pundits are talking about. How do you see our boy against some of these names that I have mentioned?
The fight that will be difficult for Comey will be the fight against
Mayweather's boy.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
The fight against Devin Haney will be a fight that Richard will find it a bit difficult. I'm not saying that he cannot win the fight. He can win that fight and even might win it by knockout. But it will be the difficult fight for him. Because this guy is so stylish. He don't stop for you to get him with punches. You understand? And he have longer reach. He fight on distance. Okay? Yes. That is the style that will not be sweet to Richard Comey. Devonta, Tank Davis is somebody who will try to set you up so he can get punched anytime. So that style will be sweet for Richard Comey than Devin Haney. And then Teofimo, we saw Teofimo already. And then Teofimo's power, okay, is the only different, or the only thing that can give Comey problem with, even Teofimo is also very skillful anyway, but he's exposed. He can be hit at any time. So if these guys can put themselves out for you to be hit, and then Richard Comey is also having the power, and then they'll be hitting each other, then that would be a better fight for him than somebody who would like to be to have a distance from you, and then with skills and then punches and things like that. That is how I see it.
Interesting. Now, I would like us to end it on there and then talk about some interesting thing that Richard Comey said on the interview that I'm really, really excited for us to hear. It's more about the state of Ghana boxing. He said these things, and then I would like for it. I don't know if you've seen the video, the video, but I'll play it for you to listen to it. So listen to it. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
At least that would be truly secretary in the no family and like that no family no more than infinity. What do you mean? No, I know that we are going to go fight now. I'm a few of you, and I feel very, very clear. That's what I'm going to say. The more about 2 rounds, no, again, no, you just like it if you could. America being an animal, I live, na libi, more than the money is a moving fighter. She money are more but I don't know to the bag no do. I don't want to the that would do the get no. I say no get back. Even though the other is like that of it. Never good show. Good show that should say I have money the job was alagwan. The message like that out of the banana more records put in like I did that to put one look up by force. Some of the show who about you now. I will get your time and I get a bit. And we are only going to go to few more way. The government only second try with the bar, when car, much up in the end. The poor the both some by man confident, the man you are the water, shall be take a mugu, and the member, the many and Bawa, the name back to him. Like ministry. He can read. Okay, I can she put it in he catches the fear and he has a train and have a good habit. Then he show him my horse. I don't see my train was bad. Never said to me, next morning, I got a woman. I get on around no 1, 2, and 3, around 4 no. I get back. That reminds me, when I've been Malik in the last cycle in Ghana, that before lockdown. Then go fight it. Even though Malik will not get money, but Malik is treated like a Italian. What is it? Automatic is it Papua? Even though I Malik is not getting. Even though you in Naka no. I get no. They have to show. Not being and they have been a better nagashi. Baba, what I got to say, what I'm going to say, no get in a day at the we don't renew you. Why boss me as a whole, but why boss is saying because yes, should be not regular to flat out for the more than Japan. When meaning as a opponent back, the more clam, when I go to of course, we have a boy one has been an idea, they will like a young boy. What do I think clear against the Adamu? Oh,
Nakani Sani Amekpa. That is how he ended it. Nakani Namefio Sani Amekpa. That is how Richie Kombe ended it. In fact, Champion is watching with us. He's already made a comment already. He says, do not take any negative out of this. Okay, there was nothing fake about Tofimo's actions. So, like I said, I'm sure it was Tofimo was showing all love, and yes, we are really excited that Champ has already cleared the air that everything that Tofimo was showing was all love. Amedoda, I'm sure you've seen the comments coming in from Champion. Oh, I think we've lost Amedoda. Can you hear me, Amedoda? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So Champion, I'm scared the air. You know, he says that we shouldn't take anything out of it. Like what the finger came was very clear. You know, it wasn't fake love. It was all good love. Richard Comey has commented himself. You know, he's tuning and listening to the show. You know, so like he said, do not take any negative out of it. You know, there was nothing fake about the love. It was all love from Tofimo. You know.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. But you've heard what Champion had to say. He said, "Nana me feel Sana Mokpa." In fact, this thing has been trending since he said what he said. And it is something that has been on the heart of many boxing lovers, many boxing fans who love Ghana boxing. It has been on our heart. And he said it. He said it for all of us. He has said it for all of us. And in fact, when I uploaded a video of what he said, all of the comments that somebody came on was like, I'm sure that he's referring to that fight. I'm sure you remember the fight that happened over the December. There was a title fight where a fighter was fighting, and then the guy just went to sit down and he said he was not going to come again. And it kept happening, like not once, not two, you know.
I believe that fight happened between One Bullet.
No, that would have been this December. The fight that happened was I think Expensive Boxer. He fought Kamaruddin. And then the fight ended like the guy went to sit down. He said he was not going to come again, and then they ended the fight. And then the guy was the Expensive Boxer became the champion. You know, and not just that fight. The other fights that also happened. You know, like man, and I'm sure you've also had the eyes. You've seen it. What do you react to what the champion has said?
Kofi, we talk about this thing before. That is what is happening. It doesn't make the boxing.
Looks like there's some noise behind you. If you can let them come down for us a little bit.
No.
Yeah. But yeah.
What he's saying is exactly what it is. It's making boxing unattractive. We talk about this thing, even some minor fights are happening, and then things like that have been happening. And then this thing, another one also happened some time ago between One Bullet and another guy. They call him Daddy Lumba. Yeah, the fight was going on. Yeah, the fight was going on very nice, and all of a sudden, Daddy Lumba don't want to fight again. And we are asking him why he don't want to continue the fight. He is saying that, the way things are going, he believes that judges will not give him the fight. But the fight was going on all right. You see, these are the things that make boxing unattractive. And then the other time we're saying that, the matches that they are making after this COVID, technical knockout, all about technical knockout all along. You see, so it's like, is it a fixed fight or what at all is happening? These are the things, and it's killing the game. It's taking appetite of the game. So many people not like to be watching. So even on that thing, I said like even sometimes the sparring that they do in these our local gyms are even competitive than some of the matches that we go watch.
I agree. I've been to Faith Square Gym. I've been to Wisdom Gym. I've been to Atokwashi. I've been to Charles Scott, and the sparring that they were giving, hot sparring.
Yeah.
Something good, not nice.
Yeah.
So what happens? The guys go into the ring, and then a boxer is training. One thing that I took from Richie thing that I'm very serious about: a boxer is training to go fight top competition in the world. Top competition. He's not just going to fight anybody. He's going to compete against the top of the top in the world. And then you find this boxer being given some sort of competitions, and then he gets into the world, or the boxer leaves Ghana, go to, like, for instance, UK, and he's going to fight. And then the boxer comes home and then they beat him. And then you are surprised. Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised about the results that you see? If the guy that got the opportunity to go fight out there has been fed some, excuse me, like some people that don't give him enough competition in Ghana, why are you surprised? Sometimes the results come and some of them are surprised. I go like, why are you surprised? What were you expecting? You know, I understand that as a manager and as a promoter, you want to build or protect your fighter to a certain level, but at least you need to test your fighter too. I remember when they played Isaac Saki versus Wasiru, top fight. When they stepped into the ring, we saw the competition that they gave us. Good fight. You know, something like that, something nice. You know, you go home, even though what happened. Like, you see a fight like that, as a fan, the money that you went to pay to go watch that fight, you're excited about it. Look at Bullet versus Ansa, the first fight, the second fight. They are fighters in Ghana who you can pay. I don't get it why they say that the boxers don't want to fight themselves. Have you even tried? Maybe they are demanding some sort of monies. Let's give it to them. If it is there, let's give it to them and then see what they will give us. Because we want to make it attractive for people to come invest for us to attract enough sponsorship and everything. You know, so why don't we give the people who are, especially with this COVID-19, where we know people will not be able to come to the arenas to come watch boxing, why don't we give them that sort of competition that people will go like, wow, right now everybody's watching everything online. Everybody is watching. If you want to watch fights, you have to turn on your television. If it's not airing on live television, you watch it on some sort of social media. If not Kboxtv, maybe somewhere. You understand? So eyes is on us. Eyes is on everything that we are doing now. So now that eyes is on you as a promoter, eyes is on you as a boxer, eyes are on you as a matchmaker, why don't you feel that's good fights? I don't understand.
Yeah, that is it. That is it. The matchmakers, they are not. You see, Ghana, we are not building our things. We don't build our things. The matchmakers are not paying the boxers well. The managers are also not taking care of the boxers well. So it's like they've been cooking fights. Most of the time they've been cooking fights. So they are not getting the competition. You see, they're not getting the right competition. So if for you, so your manager, your people, they'll just give you something small, and that is what they are doing. And then I have problem with that, but they've been saying that hey, it's record making. That is why you see Ghanaian boxers having a very rich CV, about 15 fights, no lose, or knockout and things like that. But when they go out, the result will be very poor. You ask yourself, how? It's very poor. You see, it's because of what is happening domestically, what is happening in Ghana here. That is, the managers are not paying. The managers, they are not paying. So the boys are around, maybe in the sun every day, doing all these things, and then one manager will come, oh, I'll get a fight for you here. And they know that fight that you are going for is the fight that you are going to lose. Okay? So they'll take you into the ring, and then they give you something small. And then you fight first round 2, round 1, round 2, round 3, then the fight, they off the fight. And you, the one watching, you'll be asking yourself, how come they end the fight? What happened? Did somebody get injured or what? You see, that is what is happening. So it's the managers and then the matchmakers, they are cooking the fight. They don't want to pay the boys. They don't want to pay the boys, and that is why they are doing those things. And it's affecting Ghana boxing. Seriously.
This thing is really becoming a problem, and you know, we want the best. You know, boxers are doing their best, and if they said they are doing their best, I think it's just high time that we see their best. You know, understand? So put them against fighters that can bring out their best. Maybe we are even blaming the fighters, right? Or blaming, but maybe the fighters who are also complaining that maybe they would want to fight the best. So why don't we give them the best to and see? Because there are some of the fighters, like some of the fighters, we go, after the fight, you go like, oh, we really never have to go to Charlie, one man, I'm Charlie, champion, nah. I think some of the boxers, that's what they tell me. The promoter too, or the manager, or the who also be thinking that, you know what, let me try and get my. So who is doing you good?
You see, the managers don't want to invest well in the team. They don't want to invest well in the boys, for the boys to deliver, for them to get fight for them, and then bring fight from other African countries, boxers from other African countries, and then, or take your boxer to other African countries, and then for them to go and fight there and face serious competition. You see, they should face serious competition, and then anytime that they get a chance to land themselves somewhere around Europe or US, they know that they have faced outside crowd before. You see, those are the things. They are not giving the guys the kind of fight that they should give. The guys are ready to fight. That is it. The guys are ready to fight. But the money that will be on the fight, that is the problem for the managers and then the promoters. That is the main reason why it is happening like that. The money that they should give to the guys, and then the value of the fight, and then the money that they should give to the guy. That is the only problem. That is why they are not making the guys to face the competitive fight or face strong opponent and things like that. That's the only thing. That is how I am seeing it. Because I don't understand. You cannot get it.
Interesting. Now, I think if you want to stick with this thing, we'll just go on and on and on again. But one thing I know is that we have some, like, some of the managers and then the promoters are also doing well. You know, so hopefully the ones that are not, you know, giving us very competitive fights will take a cue from these good words that Richie Comey has said. Because he's looking out for the interest of the boxers. If you give a boxer now tough competition and you expose him to a Russian, a Kazakhstani, or you expose him to an American or a Mexican fighter or a Filipino, he would be ready to fight. But if we showed him away from top competition now and say, oh, because I'm trying to get him to the top, I will let him, like, I'll dodge him from some of the big fights. You will lose big time when you face the first opposition, because after the first opposition, no other promoter would like to get him on the show again. Then he becomes automatically a journeyman. Then instead of like maybe enjoying the big money at the top for like some consecutive number of time or as long like for a period, you lose it, because the first time the guy will mount the ring, nobody will want to watch him again. You understand? And it is affecting a lot of fighters. It is affecting a lot of fighters. So, other than that, you won't get the opportunity to fight on this Showtime, this zone. You will only be fighting, and for us, Ghanaians will always have to struggle. Watch you fight on Instagram, watch you fight on, you know, some weird places. We don't want to strain our eyes to come watch you on Instagram. You understand? We want to watch you on the big platform. At least ITV, you know. Sports, you know, let's watch you on those platforms. Some of the boxers, when they go and fight, they will struggle before I'm able to watch them fight. It's not easy, you know, because I want to come back here and then, you know, bring the updates on where they got. Some people are fighting in some weird places. You have to watch them on Instagram, watch them fight on some weird places. Understand? So please, managers, don't take anything back from what you committed, because it is really what is happening on the ground. It is exactly what is happening on the ground. He's looking out for the interest of the fighters, that they go out there and deliver like the best to the best of their ability. So as you are grooming them, because most of them are young, as you are grooming them to get to the top, give them the competition. Let them fight the top fighters. I was very impressed when I saw Alfred Lamte fight this veteran, Choco Banku. That fight was a very tough fight, a very good fight. And this is a boy that we are grooming him to get to the top. So if you let him fight tough people like this, then you are sure that, oh, when this guy gets to the top, looking at the way he fought with Choco Banku, because Choco Banku has gone all the way to Philippines, like far away places, to go fight top boxers. So he knows how it feels, and then he's brought that experience to face this young chap. And the performance that the guy gave, like I said, I was very happy, very proud of the performance. And these are the kind of things that Richard Comey is talking about. Let's feed the boys like some kind of competition or some kind of fighters that will help the boys know their stand. Some of the fights will even help the boys even decide even if they want to do boxing. Because after that, and they come back, do hey, Charlie, boxing, manye. Benaz, mine, manye. Many pardon blow me ponche. Many gun and no pon, me can't have it. You know, some of these things, so that the boys are able to, you know, assess themselves well before they get to the top. So, I look at the positives in what he said, and I hope the managers and the promoters take a take a good in what he said, and we see how we can use all this to help. The next thing I'd like for us to talk about is Isaac Dogbe. You know, Isaac Dogbe was also on the platform of David. He said some few things. Let me see whether we can.
Of course, on the fight, on the personally. It's unfortunate that he had an injury and the fight didn't come on. But like I said, I've been hearing some rumors, you know, about the fight happening, you know, sometime in the spring or something. So, I mean, until it happens, we can only hope, you know. But all that we are looking forward to is me getting back in the ring, and that's what it is.
So this was the response when he was asked of the fight against Michael Collard. You know, he says he has heard about it. It's a fight he's also looking forward to. For now, it's all speculations because, of course, the fight hasn't been announced. But Top Rank has made some sort of, you know, just that fight could come on. Michael Collard versus Isaac Dogbe. What do you think about that fight, Amedoda?
That would be a very big fight, a very crack fight. Yeah, Collard is also a guy who moved in some ranking and then get to where he is now. He's a serious guy if he's fighting. He's a very serious guy, and then he have a long reach and things like that. So it will be a crack fight for Dogbe. But I'm just praying for that fight to be made. But the reason why I'm doubting is I don't know how Collard would love to fight Dogbe. What is he going to gain from it? Is he where he is now, where Collard is now? Collard should fight eliminator or a title fight now. So if he can put his silver title online against Dogbe, then it will be something. You see, but Bobaru is seeing it like these guys can fetch money at Europe. Okay, both of them are Europeans, so they can fetch money at Europe. That is how he will pull them together. But apart from that, I don't know why he would love to put Collard and Dogbe together.
That he and Richard Comey are the best people, you know, or the top guys representing Ghana. Listen to what he had to say.
Only two boxers getting the flag of Ghana. Will you accept that assumption? What do you have to say about it?
There are obviously, when you talk about Ghana boxing at the moment, as Amedoda and Richard Comey's name comes up. But the thing is that there are a lot of talents in Ghana. You know, there are people who are coming, and there are others who haven't yet peaked, you know, on the scene just yet. You know, the name is there, but they haven't yet crossed over. If what I'm saying makes sense. You know, you know, there are a lot of talents coming up. You know, obviously we have been world champions, and we are still, you know, we are still closing, becoming, you know, going for the second round. You know, so but I mean, we've done what we can do. We are doing our best, and you know, and God has been very, very instrumental, you know, in myself, and you know, in Richard Comey as well. But like I said, there are a lot of talents coming up. It's just that, you know, it's just a matter of time until they also break through.
You know, so this is what Isaac Dogbe said, that he agrees that he and Richie Comey are pushing the flag of Ghana high, but he also knows that there are a lot of talents coming up in Ghana. His response, what do you make of it?
Yeah, what he said is in the right direction. That is what it is. That is what it is. Because if you look at the ranking, all the categories, the ranking in all categories now, some few months ago, the ranking, Dogbe is far behind. Richard Comey was also far behind. Okay, but some other Ghanaians are ahead. Okay, but those Ghanaians don't have name. They don't know them apart from, I'll say, Agbeko. Okay, Agbeko was the world champion, 2 times world champion before, so he's been known. Okay, but how many years ago that he was handling title? You understand? So he is the only person apart from Dogbe and Comey that are selling Ghana boxing outside very high. But the other guys are there, very good, and then they are on the ladder climbing very high anyway. So it is true that other talents have more talent, other guys are there, but he and Comey are the one at the top in the name of Ghana boxing. They are the top now. I believe with him.
Brother, Isaac Dogbe and then Richie Comey are definitely the names that are flying high. I want to ask you this. I'll come back to Dogbe, yeah? But yesterday, Stena Agbeko was also in action. He lost the fight. He really gave a very good fight against Shakri. I mean, it was a very fight around, but unfortunately, the Russian got the decision. I mean, what do you make of the performance of Stena Agbeko?
In this fight, Senagbeko disappointed, especially me. I was like, he win that fight because his record against the guy's record, there's no way he should win. He should lose that fight. And as he went into the fight, his performance was very, very down. He didn't perform like the way we know him normally do it. Okay, and then he got the chance to give the guy a cut in round 1. What happened? You cannot capitalize on that till the round 10. You get at this stage. He was slow in the ring, everything. So it's a very, very a big disappointment to Ghana boxing.
One could also say that it could be because of the ring rust. I mean, because he's been out of the ring for a long time.
Ring rust. He fought about a year ago.
I want to fight like 3 months to stay like very competitive. But he's been away for a while. But the performance, like, you know, like and the first time also on Showtime, you know, all these things, you know, getting back. he really gave a very good account of himself, if you ask me.
Yeah, but it's true. He did well. He did well anyway. But to me, he's supposed to prepare well than what he did before he go into the fight. That is what I saw. So if you are talking about the ring rust here, I believe the ring rust anyway, because I don't see. I think he should perform better than what he did, because I believe he's even eliminator or something, eliminator fight something. So that is what he's supposed to be. He's supposed to prepare himself well and then go into the ring and then make sure that, hey, this is what I'm coming to do. Like how Richard Comey did it. Okay, he went into the ring with full force, attacking from all angles. Okay, and that is all pay. Like he didn't do that, and the guy was moving like that, moving like that, moving like that. Like they get to round 10, he will not get the fight. Even at the end of the fight, it was a split decision. Okay, at where the fight ends, it was a split decision on paper. So if he continued like that till round 10, I don't know. But the way he forced, know that, hey, this is what I'm coming for. This is what I'm coming to do. And this is the way I know I can get it. Without knockout, it will not be well. And then he fought for that. Yeah. So when you are going into the ring, make sure that, hey, these are the loopholes. These are the plans that I have. This is my game plan. This is how I'm going to execute it. Then you go and then execute it.
All right, now let me bring you back to Isaac Dogboe. You know, currently one fighter in Ghana who's getting the eyeballs and a lot of pundits, including you and I, and you know, Donu and you know, Daniel Corte and all those guys have been mentioning that he could be the next thing in Ghana is Wasiru Mohammed. And you know, there was a time that it came into the news that Wasiru could possibly fight Isaac Dogboe. You know, I remember, I know you recall that situation. So yeah, Daniel asked him about it, and listen to what he had to say about it.
I wasn't the one that trying to win a fight. Look, I don't even know what to say. He is how should I say? He's up and coming, you know. But he tries to seem, he's not true to himself. That's what I would say. The team knows that, but they're just making a lot of noise. They were making a lot of noise. But you know, me, I am still. You get me? I am still. Huh?
Is that he's not true to himself?
Yeah, he's not true to himself. He tries to make out like he's somebody, but he's somebody that he's not. You get what I'm trying to say? Don't get me wrong. I know his promoter and his manager very, very well. You know, during those times, I said to him, I called his manager and said to him, look, your boy is talented, right? But you should tread carefully. You know, a lot of people try to use that as a business method, right? But then they're not going about it properly. You know, when I was coming up, I wasn't respectful towards any fighter. You know, so when a fighter is trying to be disrespectful towards me, I just look at it. I make my inquiries, you know, and I know the people that I can talk to. Don't get me wrong, I have made inquiries about him, and I've been told that, you know, it's not worth it. You get me? That I'm on to bigger and better things. It's not worth it. So that's what I did for, you know what? Let him talk. Let them do what they want to do. And I just kind of like ignored them. You know, they say that when the cat is not in the house, that's when the mouse comes out to play. No,
when the cat is not in the house, that is when the mouse comes out to play. Those are the last words that he said. I think he felt disrespected by the fact that the Wasiru camp was sort of calling up. That's how he felt. Like he felt disrespected. That and he said we shouldn't get him wrong. he emphasized that we shouldn't get him wrong. You know, he knows the guy. He even knows his manager, and then he knows his promoter and all that. But he like he feels like the guy is up and coming. You know, it's not his level yet. He's on to bigger things. And he felt disrespected that, I mean, the fight was in the news. What do you think of his response?
Kofi, first of all, who is thinking about this fight? Because Wasiru and Dogbe are not in the same division. Okay, they are not in the same division. So I don't know why somebody is thinking about this fight at this time. The only thing that can cause somebody to think about this fight is maybe we want to use Dogbe's name to sell Wasiru. That might be the only thing. Because now Wasiru is climbing the ladder at bantamweight. Okay, very, very high. And then Dogbe is in super bantam, featherweight now. Dogbe is in featherweight now. Okay, also doing his things over there. So if they think about a fight like this, what will Wasiru fight for? Because now, in the ranking, Wasiru is higher in his division than Dogbe. So, what is he fighting for? If Wasiru, from Wasiru's camp, they are talking about a fight like that, what are they fighting for? If it's not about the name that Dogbe made already, that is all they are trying to use and sell themselves, then I don't know what it is. First of all, that is it. And then number two, these two guys, they are very good boxers, crack boxers, very strong boxers. And then, if Dogbe is also responding like that, hey, this guy is up and coming, I have to agree with him. Because I can say that Dogbe is not that old, but he has seen a lot. And the boxing fraternity, he has seen a lot. He travel outside, fight with people, and then fight with some crack boxers, and then till he got the title, and then lost the title, and then still fighting. So that is what he will say. And that is what anybody can say about it. But for me, the reason why they are calling for this fight, that is my problem. I don't know.
Interesting. Now let's end it on the Imanotego camp. I'm in the letter or the abrogation letter between or issued by Baby Jet Promotions to their fighter or their ex-fighter Emmanuel Gameboy Tego, you know, that they've terminated their contract between them. The contract was supposed to end this year anyway, but they called it off, you know, and it has sparked a lot of conversations and a lot of talk, you know, between people in boxing. I before coming on our show, I was watching the Daniel's show, and he had a few people, you know, make some comments on there, and it looks like it is not what we see, you know, like the contract is saying that they've terminated and everything nice, but it looks like there's some sort of bad blood between the promotions company and then Emmanuel Gameboy Tego. I don't know, do you feel the same, or how do you feel about the whole way that Baby Jet Promotions have decided to, you know, part ways with Emmanuel Gameboy Tego?
Yeah. As I heard this, I am not happy with it because Gameboy is boxing for some time now, and then later on, Baby Jet came in, and then Baby Jet and then Gameboy now started selling themselves very high in boxing scene. So it's selling. Okay, he's selling. Gameboy and Baby Jet is selling. Now that yeah, now that the news came in that he got another managers. Boxer, you can have more managers, but it depends on how they will cope and then lift you up. That is the only thing. So if all of a sudden, after he got another managers from outside and they are trying to push him, and they started pushing him now. So why the talk is coming from Babyjet's side that he is stepping aside? They are abrogating contract and things like that. Why are they abrogating a contract? You understand?
I understand.
Somebody can come in and add to the old managers and then they help. So what happened before? What is the main thing that happened? So there's a bad blood there. So what happened? That is the main thing they should bring out for us to think about it and then see what it is. But if I just say that, how can you have a contract and then the contract is selling, the person is moving on, fighting, Paris will be fighting a world title. Then you say you are stepping aside. What did you gain from it? You understand? So there's something that they are not bringing out. Something is there that they are not bringing out.
Something what?
Okay.
Because listen, let me read some parts of the code, like the letter. He says, agreement was supposed to run up to November 2021. So the contract would have still ended this year, right? And then it says that, and we wish to inform you that we have released you to continue a professional boxing career anywhere of your choice. This takes effect immediately. While thanking you for your working relationship with us during the past, the time past, we also wish you the best of luck in your future endeavor and pray for your next promoter or manager. We'll have you as we'll have you the kind of heart and love you like the love we also had for you. So it looks like, for me, if you read the contract, it doesn't look like they are ending on some bad blood.
It might be so, but for my side, a boxer that, in fact, as Babyjet came in, okay, to promote or manage Game Boy, even during his time that Game Boy captured world title.
Yeah, true.
You remember?
I remember.
Yes, but that is a minor world title. I don't know how to put it for everybody to understand. But now that he's having a chance that he's going for WBO, okay, is he he's now about number third on the number third on the ladder, or number 2 on the ladder, and then the chance is there that within 2 to 3 months' time, Game Boy might be fighting Eliminator or even the world title itself. Okay, your contract is ending. The contract is ending somewhere around November. Is that also? Right. Game Boy will get the chance to fight about 2 fights before November. So once you partner with somebody, and then you people are managing the guy. Whenever the guy go out to fight, your percentage is there for you. So why end the contract before the contract ends? That is that is the angle that I am also seeing it from. If there's maybe it might be like, if a contract like this, they do talk about it before the end of the contract. Okay, maybe. I don't know whether they try to push in that, hey, put pen on the paper, and the guys also don't want to do it. If the guy didn't do it in the contract, and that means the guy is on his own. Right. But if he is saying that he will not do it, let the contract end before. That can even provoke Babyjet to cancel the contract before the contract ends.
Okay.
You understand? Okay. So it might be something like that. So for me, I believe strongly there's something. If there's nothing, why end the contract? That is my problem. If there's nothing, why end the contract?
Interesting. If there's nothing, why end the contract? I mean, you also have a point. The thing is, Game Boy will have to leave. I think he has to leave to go to US to go prepare, because at the moment, looking at how things are, it will be best for him to be in the US, because that's where the chances are coming, or the opportunities are coming. Right now, if you look in the world, apart from UK and then US, other countries are trying, but those are the places where you see most of the shows happening, and those are the places where a lot of fans even want to tune in to watch, you know, because they have the big platforms, they have the ESPNs, they have the zones, they have the the show times, you know, so at least everybody's eyes will be on there. If the person can't even pay to watch, the person will have some sort of way to, you know, still be able to watch the fight, you know. And so, because if there's a fight in Ghana now where he would maybe fight, maybe to get out some kind of ring rust or something, it wouldn't be viewed across the globe like the way he fought on the zone, and he was all over the place. And the performance that he put out was also very spectacular. So it has also brought his name up, you know, for a while. So it will be. I know he's in Ghana preparing and training, but now he said the zone material. I don't know who even we want to put him on the show and how much he will charge. Whether he will be the promoter will also be able to pay. So him in Ghana, because Dobe is gone, you know, a lot of Ghanaians came down for the Christmas. If in fact the British welterweight champion was in Ghana over in December. Denzel Bentley, he was in Ghana over in December. Joshua Boachi was also in Ghana in December, but all of them have gone because you have to get closer to where the action is happening. And God being so good, you know, Tego is training in a gym where currently, as I speak to you, some of the top guys are training there. I'm talking about Adrian Broner. He's training there. Robert Batista is training there. You understand? He finds himself in a mix of very good talent. The Sweat Boxing Gym in Florida. You know, so him here training. Look, if we're talking about the quality of sparring that he will get before he enters the ring, I don't see anybody who will give him that kind of quality like the guys that come there, Zaha and all those guys. You know, so I know he's in Ghana, and looking at the fact that he's one of the guys that a lot of us have eyes on him, that he can become a world champion. It would be best for him to go or leave Ghana as soon as possible. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that is what it should be, because in Ghana here, he will not be serious on his own like he is up there, because Game Boy is now a big guy in Ghana. Okay, he's a big guy in Ghana. If even he's jogging and then some other person also jogging beside him, then the person, the Game Boy is the eye. Okay, he will not look up to somebody. It's the other people that will look up to him. Okay, and that might be the cause of his downfall, because he's the big guy. He have money now. The level over here, he's on top of level over here. Okay, so which guys are here that he's going to compete with? No, he will be looking up to himself. But if he get a chance to go there and then be in those type of gyms and then among those people, he will say that, hey, I have a very long way to go, so I need to be serious, and that will cause him to pick things up, and then when he enter the ring, he will deliver. But to be in Ghana, I don't think it's something that will work.
Interesting. I think this is how we end the show. Unfortunately, Daniel couldn't join us to discuss everything, but you've held the ground solid for us to discuss all the topics. But before we go, I would like to get your final words before we end the show today.
My final word, I will talk about the fight coming on this March, on the 6th of March, Bullet and Ansa fight. Yeah, that fight is a very, very strong fight.
Right.
Then all the people that are connected to that fight, especially those who are working the fight and things like that, they should put everything in the level that the fight gets to wherever that is supposed to get to.
Right.
Whether the people that will go to the arena, and then the TV stations that will show the fight, and then they should do something. Okay, it's a big fight. Okay, they should do something and then sell the fight. And if it happens, and then many people get a chance to watch the fight, it will be a booster for the coming back of boxing after COVID-19. Because the way the thing is going now they are saying that some limited number and things like that. But if they work it well, and then many people get a chance to watch the fight, in fact, it will bring enthusiasm into boxing again. So that's the fight that we are waiting for, and then believing that they will give us a very good bill.
One thing about that event that I'm also super excited about is that there will be an IBF title, IBF title. Robert Quay will be making a return on that card. So yeah, it's a very exciting card, and I'm trying to get in contact with what's his name, Ace Promotions, to get them on the show to talk about the card. But of course, with these things coming, I would like to first of all let them process it all, let them get all the people that will be fighting first, and once they're done, maybe if I see the events uploaded on BossRec, then I'll approach either Alex Ntiamwa or Ace Promotions Kofi to be on the show, because it's going to be a joint promotions. It's going to be Alex Ntiamwa box office and then Ace Promotions to they are teaming up to make the show happen. And so I'm waiting to see the entire card, and then I'll see whether I can get one of them on the show to and talk about it. So yeah, like you said, you are hoping that the people will be able to somehow, if fans will be allowed to come watch, maybe a limited number, and most importantly, getting the TVs to be able to stream the event for others to also watch, because anytime that one bullet it mounts the ring, it's always fire. So we're going to see how it's going to go, and then we'll update boxing fans on Kboxtv and across the world accordingly. Guys, I want to say a very big thank you for tuning in to watch us. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, please, the YouTube link is in the description below. Kindly make sure that you click it and then subscribe to our channel, so that anytime that we come on here, you'll be notified on our events happening. And guys, once again, I want to say a very big congratulations to Richard Comey. What he did was, amazing. He did really, really well. I'm super proud as a Ghanaian, and even more proud of him about the performance that he put up against Jackson Marinez. He says he wants to become a world champion again. He started on a very good foot. The victory that he secured over the weekend is something that will definitely put other champions or other fighters in the division on notice. And we just hope that the media in the world will recognize our champion, because he's a former champion. He's not just an ordinary person. He's done it before. He's held the IBF title that Teofimo Lopez is holding before. He's done it. He's done that. You understand? He's faced up opposition. Great Bertrand, Robertista. He's fought all those guys. Of course, he's lost some, but he's won some. And so it will be great for him to be given the recognition that he deserves. And the numbers that we saw him make on over the weekend is amazing. Over almost 700,000 views, and it's something that means that our fighter or our Ghanaian boxer is gradually become a pay-per-view star. And so we wish him all the best in his camp. The whole team, Streetwise Boxing, Streetwise Foundation management, including Amedoda and also Lou DeBella, his new promoter now. So we wish all of them well. Hopefully that they'll be able to bring Ghana another world title soon. Looking at the way that he was talking over this week on David's show, I know that definitely the fire and the zeal that he has driving him now, if there's an opportunity for him to fight for a world title today or tomorrow, I'm very confident that he will bring another world title to Ghana. So we're rooting for him. All of us at Kboxtv are seriously rooting for him that he'll be able to come back to Ghana as a world champion again. And we wish also Isaac Dugbe well as he's preparing, because his name is being brought up against Michael Conlan again. So it looks like maybe we will see him against Michael Conlan soon. So we wish him also well as he also prepares for the fight ahead of him. And of course, also I want to say a very big well done to Senagbeko for the performance that he put up against Chesney yesterday night on Showtime. It was a very good show that he put up. Even though he lost, the performance that he put up wasn't a bad one. And so we wish him well, and hopefully that he can bounce back from or shake off the defeat, and then come back and bounce back really hard in his next fight. And all Ghanaian fighters that are fighting anywhere in the world, we are following you. We wish you well. Just keep fighting, keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully you make Ghana, Mother Ghana proud again, and bring glory to Ghana, because we know that Ghana boxing has been the one sport that has won us a lot of laurels. So we in boxing, or we that follow boxing, we know what you guys can do, and we are always with you, praying with you, and praying for you that you guys will be able to continue bringing glory and honor to Ghana. There's a fight happening in Nigeria this weekend. Fela Champ, they are in Nigeria. They have a show happening this weekend, and maybe tomorrow I'll be able to get him on the show, and then we'll talk about their final preparations ahead of the Saturday night, because the fight is going to be on Saturday, and I have only just tomorrow to be able to get in touch with him. I've already got in touch with him, but I'll see whether I can speak to him and see the final preparations before Saturday night. But until then, guys, we wish all our followers, wow, we just crossed 450,000 followers on Facebook, and we are very, very glad that we've been able to achieve this, and we will not be able to get here without you guys. And so we want to say a very big thank you for following us. And if you haven't followed us on Facebook, please just follow us on Facebook. And the YouTube link is also in the description below. Just click on it and you subscribe to our YouTube. We are also live on Twitter. Just go on the Kboxtv on Twitter, and then you'll be able to follow us. We are also on Instagram. Just go there, Kboxtv, and you'll be able to also follow us as well. We bring you nothing but the best in the news that is happening in the world of boxing, especially from the motherland in Africa. So of course we mix it up with what's happening in the world, so that you also not get left out on what is happening in the world. So this is what we do. We do boxing. This is what we say. We talk boxing, nothing but boxing. So anytime that you go to bed or you say a prayer for yourself, make sure to say one for us too. We really appreciate you. Have a very good night. But before I go, I want to say a very big wow, interesting. We're getting this comments from Premier Boxing Champions. Interesting. He says that Richie Kome is a great fighter, supporting boxing all around the world. And yes, he said something which I also really agree. He said Kome's fight with Robert Easter Jr. was a classic. It is a classic. It is one fight that I would say that he won. I thought Richie Kome won, but yeah, maybe around that time his name wasn't that like at the top like that. But he bounced, or he shaked off that defeat. He went on, and then what he did was something that brought a lot of happiness to the many faces that he had on his shows on Saturday night, including myself. I mean, I was very happy that he was able to win. So yeah, this is coming in from Premier Boxing Champions. He said Kome's fight with Robert Easter Jr. was a classic, and of course that fight was a classic. If you haven't seen that fight, please just go on YouTube, just look for it, Richie Kome versus Robert Easter Jr., and you'll definitely love that fight. My friend Cudjoe of Real Ghana Boxing came in saying that boxers in Ghana are not not going from gym to gym to spar is wrong. They should still sharpen still, which is real. I mean, there's something that is happening in Ghana that needs to stop. Some of the fighters don't like to cross to go to other gyms to go fight. You don't know if it's the problem of the trainer don't want them to go, or the fighters don't want to go. But one thing is for sure, we want the best for Ghana boxing. We want the fighters to, go out there and impress us, like what we see with Richie Kome, with Isaac Dogbe, what we saw Azuma Nelson did, what we saw Alfred Cobra, what we saw I Courted do, and all that. You understand? So, see, give the guys the opportunity to spar amongst themselves. Give the guys opportunity to fight against themselves. Let them fight against themselves. Don't let them feed them with anybody. No, let's give them the right fights for them to fight. That is the way to go. That is the way to leave the flag high. That is how we prepare the guys, because if we don't give them the competition, that will really make them feel like, yeah, I have really fought and prepared them properly for the world. They'll get up there and then they'll disgrace us. And then we'll sit here and then we'll be sad and go like, oh, sometimes I'm even shocked about how some of the people in boxing even behave when they see the fighters lose, like they are shocked. No, don't be shocked. You don't have to be shocked if you are feeding the fighters, excuse me to say, like lower fighters. Whilst we know the right fights that the boxers need, let's feed them. And the fighters are there. Those who are really, really, really ready to fight, let's put them and pair them against each other and let them fight. That is the way to go. That is the only way to go. I witnessed a fight at the Don's Promotions fight at the Labadi, I think La Pleasure Beach. One of the classic fights or classic events being put up by any promoter in Ghana. I think it will be that Don's Promotions event. A very nice event, very nice show. Even if you go to Don's Promotions, you type it on Facebook and you look it up, you see that event. From setup to everything was perfect. And then Obuza Isai mounted the ring. Obuza Isai was being motivated by everybody, including former world champion Joshua Clottey. In fact, Joshua Clottey even had to come to the corner to give him instructions on how to go in there to go perform. In fact, I wasn't impressed about the performance that Obuza Isai put that day. In fact, I felt the opponent from I think Tanzania or Congo won that fight. When the verdict was read, everybody's reaction over there was like, mwah. Everybody was like, nah, he didn't win. Like everybody was like, you understand? I don't even know how to express it for you to get what I mean. But the reactions from the crowd that was there just showed that Obuza Isai sort of didn't win the fight. And after the fight, I think Don's promotion, the man that Don himself said some few things that also like backed the what the fans were saying. That even though we don't want that. We just don't want that. Pair the boys with fighters that will let them test themselves before they get out there. Because the competition out there is no joke. People from Congo, people from Nigeria, people from South Africa, people from Tanzania, people from Namibia, everybody is wild. Everybody wants to get to the top. You understand? Everybody wants to get to the top. So the only way is this way. Before we even get the boys to go fight in the US and the UK, at least the first 10 fights of the fighters, let's make sure that the guys have been able to fight people from Tanzania, people from South Africa, put them against, if not just Ghanaians. If you are saying that the guys in Ghana don't want to fight them, simple. Just put them against the fighters from the other side. We have Togo and Nigeria very close to us. Put them against them. We have guys from Burkina Faso. Cote d'Ivoire is closer to us. They are very, very good fighters from there and all that. Liberia, Sierra Leone and all that. Bring them and let them fight our boys. Put them against them. Let us see how they will do like against this kind of like foreign oppositions. And if there's a promoter who can even bring in people from Philippines and Mexico, then it is even better, because those are the guys that when they get to the big stage in the US or the UK, the guys find themselves fighting. Look at what happened between Lara, the weekend. Lara's fight, I've forgotten the guy's name. Like the performance that Lara put up, everybody was shocked. You understand? Because we all know what Josh Warrington Warrington was. You understand? We all know what the kind of performance that Warrington, like kind of person that is made of. Look at what Lara came to do to him. He knocked him out. He just took him out like that, like he just took him out. Those are the guys, the Mexicans, the Filipinos. If you can pair our fighters like against them, better. So please, what Richie Comey said, he really said it. Like he said it in a. I feel like he said it because he was more concerned for the kind of opposition that the boys will go and face. Because out there, the competition out there is no joke. It's serious competition. So if we don't pair these boys with some of these top competitions before they get out there, one day the guys will go and then we will not hear something good. Because the punches that are flying left. Look at the performance of Basie's brother Issa Samer when he went to Kazakhstan to go fight. Right? Look at the way he was treated. Look at the way the referee stopped the fight. He was even being punched at the back of his head and all that. I'm not talking about the irregularities, right? I'm talking about the way even some of these fighters are being treated and all that. So if the guy has been gone through the tough love in Ghana, tough positions, tough stuff, he would know how to brawl when he goes out there. So when he goes out there and is being bullied around by the referees or whatever, and then he will switch that killer instincts in his mind that no, you know what? These guys are trying to make me make me feel like less of myself. So let me just surprise them or something. And then you do something. Look at Oluwadrodora. He went to Russia. Look at the performance that he put up. Very good performance. Good top performance. You think if he was being fed with lower fighters, he would have been able to go up there to go deliver. Let's look at it from the good way, and then let's provide the competition, like very competitive competition for these boys to compete, so that when they go out there, they'll be able to give us a very good account of themselves and surprise Ghana, and then bring more eyeballs to the other fighters that are home. Because remember, if a Ghanaian fighter fights out there and he brings glory or he wins and brings glory, it doesn't just affect him. It brings it to Ghana, and more importantly, the other fighters that are there. It creates an opportunity for them. You think the other Filipino fighters that are getting the chances, they look at what Manny Pacquiao has done and go like, you know what, the Filipinos are tough boxers, so let's give it to them. The same way, there's some fighters that in Ghana even get the opportunity because they go like, oh, the guy is coming from the Azuma Nelson, a country where Ikote really come from and all that. So I feel like he can, only for you to go there and then round 1, round 2, just like we do like round 2, then that's it. It is not something that is going to lift our sports high. We need the next Azuma Nelson. We need the next Ikote. So anytime that you mount the ring, make sure you give us a performance that will make us relive that moment, because we really want to relive that moment. Some of us were not able to, pay to go watch them when they were fighting like live. But it is your turn. And maybe if the COVID-19 restriction, everything goes down, fighters or fans in Ghana will pay. And when Mano Plan was fighting in Singapore, and that's not even like in America, it was just Singapore. Some Ghanaian fighters flied from Ghana, Accra, to go watch him in Singapore. They paid money at the Marina Bay Sands to go watch him, myself included. So if you give a very good account of yourself, people will pay, no matter where you fight. A Ghanaian fan will follow you, pay money, follow you, and go and watch you. Imagine if we have Azuma Nelson or Ikote fighting now, the number of people that will troop to the MGM grants and then all the big venues out there to go watch them. We only had TV to watch them, but now there's an opportunity for us to go fly and come watch you. So anytime you mount the ring, make sure you give a very good account of yourself. That's all we are saying. And so please, we play with the promoters and the matchmakers that kindly make the fair a real 50-50 fight for these guys to compete, test themselves against each other before we send them out there to go. So because we don't want any disgrace, we don't want any round 1, round 2 like they've been giving us in Ghana. And don't take what Richard Comey said wrong. He's coming from he has been through it all. He's fought in Ghana, he's fought in UK, he's fought in Russia, he's fought in the US. So he knows what he's saying. I might not be a fighter, but listening to what a champion, a former world champion has said, I think we need to take a cue from that. We really need to see. from our amateur, not just the professional side. We need to even give the amateur the opportunity for them to go compete with people from Cuba, you know, from people in Mexico, in US, in Philippines, and all that. You know, that is where the competition is. So that when the guys get to the top, they won't be afraid when they go like, oh, today, or we go like, oh, you have a fight for you. Who am I fighting? Maybe I'm going to fight somebody from Philippines. So I will not be shaking. Before they get in there, it means they're very, very ready. Okay, I have another comments coming in from Premier Boxing Champions. He says that he showed that he has a championship hat in that fight, and Ghanaians should be extremely proud of that fighter. Yes, I really agree that Richie Comey showed a hat of a champion in that fight, and it is. I'm not shocked that after losing that world championship, the next championship that he got, he won the world title, and that's what I'm even more proud about. And so yes, like he's saying, Ghanaians should be extremely proud of Richie Comey. I really agree to that as well. Also from Bonkwe, he says that salute. Thank you for also tuning in, Bonkwe. And guys, that's how we end the show today. I'm very, very happy that you joined us. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, please make sure you subscribe it. Like I said, the link is in the description below. Until we come your way, God willing, next week with another episode of Kboxtv Total Boxing Show. Have a very good night. Anytime you say